Hello friends. How are you today? Welcome into the craft room. Come on in and join me. I need some craft therapy. Come on in. Let's take a little break. Let's take a break from the mundane and all the work and get a little creative. Come on in and join me in the craft room. My name is Susan. This is Revive DIY and Upcycle Designs. I hope you are having a fantastic Tuesday. Losing track of the days of the week. I had to really think about that one today. But I hope you're having a great day. I hope it's almost quitting time for you if you are at work, and that you'll hop on here and join me. You'll know I'm live if you see a red circle around my profile picture. And if not, you're catching me on the replay, and that's fabulous too. Thanks for being here. I just love having you guys along with me. So much more fun to craft with friends. If you hop on, I'm sorry guys, my nose is itching. Happens every time. If you are hopping on, make sure you hit the heart button. If you're catching me on replay, just say hi or hashtag replay. That helps me as well, just so I know that you've joined me and I can say hey back. So we are going to work on my August Club, DIY Club transfer today. Oh my gosh, you guys, my nose is itching like crazy all of a sudden. I'm so sorry. That's so rude. Anyway, my allergies have been kind of going crazy or whatever. I don't know if it's allergies or not, but dust is flying everywhere because we're, with moving things that haven't been moved before. There's a lot of dust piled up behind them. So it's just one of those kind of times right now. But anyway, we are going to work on the August Club, and I decided I really wanted to see what it looked like on black. So I am going to use actually the surface. Hey Linda, I hope you've had a great day. I decided I was going to use the brand new surface that I got in last week that I shared with you guys yesterday, since it's a fabulous black background and it's a chalkboard, reusable, double-sided. So I thought this is what we're going to use, and today's transfer is going to be my first fall feel project of the year. So I am really behind. Most creators have already been showing that for I don't know, probably a couple weeks at least. I have not even busted out any fall. I still have summer I didn't get to. It may just have to wait until next year. I don't know. We'll see. But we are going to do a fall feel project today using our August Club. And as you can see, this is so cute. And we got the fall feels because we got a pumpkin going on, right? And I know that this time of year and going into kind of like October, maybe even November some places, that a lot of county fairs, it starts happening. So it's starting to get close to harvest time and you get all kinds of fun. So I thought it would be super cool to do this project. Obviously it's a fall feel, and we're going to use the colors that will come with this transfer in the kit. And I'm going to do two variations. So we may be here for a little while. We'll see. But I haven't crafted in so long, and I still have chores to do, but I can do them afterwards. So I needed a break. This mama needs a craft break. But we're going to have fun with this one. This is reusable, so we can use it multiple times. I'll do one project today, and hopefully I'll get to share several others before this transfer runs out at the end of the month. Hopefully. Anyway, let's go ahead and get these open. And this one is called County Fair. And like I said, it is my subscription club. I am really quick going to make sure I'm live, because right now it's not showing me as live. There I am. Hooray. All right, super. And I do see Linda's comment, so I know everything should be okay. Although my internet has seemed to be pretty slow today. We had a really strong storm come through here last night. We did not lose power, thank the Lord. I don't even think we lost internet, but it's been really sluggish today, so I don't know what's going on, but hopefully we won't have any interruptions. And let me just real quick sprinkle this out. What that means, you guys, is just to SHARE or tag a friend. So if you would sprinkle this video out for me, it just helps me so much, and I appreciate it, especially where I have not been on here much. Facebook is not putting things out into the universe for me, so whenever you start slacking off, you almost have to play catch up. So just to get back to maybe even where you were, and that takes a while. So when you guys sprinkle or comment, oh wow, it was out. Well, that is not good, Linda. I just saw your comment. Your internet was out for 30 minutes, more than 30 minutes today. I know, it seems like that shouldn't be a big deal, but when you work from home like Linda does, it is a big deal. Yeah, so I think I have that pinned now, so we're good there. Let me get that off, and then I want to pull up this just to be sure. So today's project, this month's club, is going to come with this transfer, and then a brand new surprise that we're just starting to offer in August, a chalkable shape. So this shape actually goes along with this transfer. Oh, now I've lost my thing altogether. And it comes with 3 paste singles like this. That's what a paste single is. One color is pesto, one is currant jam, and one is going to be papaya. Now I have these in I don't know that I have them all in singles. Designers don't get the chalk paste singles with our transfer. We get access to the transfer and the chalkable shape, but we don't get the singles because we usually already have our own chalk paste. I have those other 2 colors in jars, so that's what we're going to use for that. So those are the colors we're going to use today. I like to do that. If you have any questions, we even have a how-to video on my website. If you click the link that's in the comments or the link that's being featured here on the description during the video, you can even see a video also of it being done and all the descriptions about the club. So if that's something you're interested in, I hope that you'll check it out. But let's go ahead and get started because I want to do a couple things. This surface does not come, you don't get a surface with the club. You get to pick whichever kind of surface you want. This you can order from my website. We have multiple surfaces that go with our monthly transfers perfectly, that you can reuse them each month. Like this brand new one that we just started offering in July. This one is called the Chalkable Shapes Black Arch and Base, and we also have it in white chalkboard in case you were interested. And I was just looking to see if it had any other details on here that I wanted to share with you. I don't think so. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up, take it out. It is a, oh, that was the detail. It is, let's see. Oh, I thought it was going to tell me what size it is. I don't know what size it is, but we can try to measure it. No problem at all. And this is the base that it comes to set on. A friend of mine who has a daycare, a preschool actually, where she is a little bit further away from here than in this, where I live, she was without power since 7 p.m. last night, which the storm came through about that time. And I know that they weren't even going to tell her until the afternoon when they thought they were going to have power back. So, you know, I guess we're fortunate we had the power. We have air conditioning, thank God, because it did not, it might have cooled it off a little bit last night and first thing this morning, but, you know, then it came back with a vengeance. So it's still hot and humid out there. So I'm thankful we have power, at least. All right, now I just opened this little shape. This is a brand new thing. We're starting with our clubs. You'll get an accessory along with your transfer and your chalk paste. This month it's this cute little pumpkin shape. So we're going to work on that later. I'm not going to do that first. I do have my glasses there just in case. And we're going to use the new color and we'll do that later. But I wanted to get started with the transfer itself. So as I said, this is a double-sided chalkboard base. Let's see what it measures, you guys. Let's see if I can do some math without too much brain power. It looks like it's about 11 inches wide. And then let's see, about 14. So it's definitely big enough, as you can see. Even with our transfer, these kind of surfaces are board and bases like this. You want to make sure that you move your transfer up a little so that it doesn't get cut off at the bottom. Thank you, Linda, for sprinkling. This has still got plenty of room, as you can see. This is going to fit on here perfectly. So I'm just going to put my base over to the side for a minute. And you guys, I'm going to do something new that I've been trying with our chalkboard surfaces. You probably cannot see this on camera, but it is a little textured. So sometimes you will get some feathering with that, but the best thing about it is reusable. It's a chalkboard. But I have been trying using some of my surface wax, which we sell it on my website. You can get surface wax in lots of places. I'm actually going to go over the chalkboard, even though you don't have to, because the chalkboard's meant to be cleaned and reused over and over again. We do really high quality chalkboards, unlike some other places that you might be able to purchase a chalkboard Ours are made to stand the test of time because that was what our product was created with, was chalk paste, which is just wet chalk, transfers, which some people call transfers stencils. They're self-adhesive. They've got a silk screen in them. And then, you know, being able to use it on a chalkboard surface so that you can reuse it over and over and over again. So that you don't have to buy a bunch of decor pieces, you can just reuse what you have and change them out. So it would clean off perfectly fine without me doing this. I'm just doing it to see if I could maybe make it so that I get an even crisper image. You don't have to do this. It's just something that I've been trying lately just to see. And the feathering is so light, if it does feather on you, it's so light that it doesn't deter from the actual image and how great it looks. Okay, so I'm just trying to make sure I've covered it. And I'm going to keep this out because I'm going to need it for when we're working on my little shape over here, because we're going to do something special with that. Oops, see? Look, there's a piece of wax that got on there. Now, any kind of surface wax will do. Like I said, this is in my shop. I love it because it's inexpensive. It lasts quite a long time. And it's perfect for so many of the projects that I do. But you can also get surface wax from lots of other stores that sell craft supplies. And then I just turn it over and I buff it on the other side. And then I wipe my fingers because I don't like the way the wax feels on my fingers. So, all right, guys. So now it's prepared. It's all ready to go. What I'll do next is take one of my cloths. This is just, we call it a fuzzing cloth. It's just a terry cloth towel on one side and microfiber on the other. If you don't have one of these, you can use a dish towel. You can even use your clothes, as long as it's something that will put some lint on here, because this is self-adhesive and we want it to be sticky but not so sticky. We take away a little bit of the stickiness just from the first few times because it's super sticky and we just don't want it to stretch our transfer. So I'm just going to do it like 3 times because I've also waxed this, so that's going to make it so that it won't grab on it too much. Okay, now once I've done that, I'm going to take my transfer and I'm just going to kind of eyeball it, you guys. I'm not going to add a bunch of accessories or anything to this particular project today. So we're just going to place it as close to in the middle as I can. As close as I can to in the middle. And if you want to find the middle of your transfer, you can even do this. You can take it and fold it across each other and make sure your words and stuff line up. If you just want to have an idea, where is the middle of my transfer? Because sometimes it's harder to tell. And then I am going to try to use this little line on my mat here. Not quite tall enough. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So right about here is the middle. I think I've got it in the middle, and then I'm using a line on my mat just to make sure I have it straight. Bear with me a minute, y'all. And then I'm going to check. Let's see if that looks like it's... I'm just not quite tall enough to see it as well as I'd like to. I think that looks pretty good. Once I have it where I want it, I'm just going to smooth my transfer out. Press it firm, especially focusing on where the silk screen is. And if this is your first time checking this out, let me know in the comments. I'd love to know where you're watching from. Just let me know that it's your first time. I would love to know that. And did you guys see the countdown? The countdown for when fall is? I thought I would go ahead and start sharing that. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do with this is we are going to use, on the pumpkin itself, I'm going to use pesto. And I am not going to do anything else special with this particular one. We are going to do something special with a little chalkable shape. We are going to do something there. But for this one, I'm just going to do this all in papaya. And let me see what else I want to do. I'm looking at the example, but I'm not sure I want to do it exactly as theirs. I'm going to use the, this current jam is going to show up, but it's not going to be really strong. You're not going to see it really, really well. So I'm still going to try it just because I want to see what it's going to look like on there, I think. I'm just trying to decide if I should lighten it up a little bit, because I know for sure it's not going to really stand out. And then the pesto is going to be kind of dark on the black as well. If you were doing it on a white surface, oh, you guys, I can tell now that this is not, is that straight? Now that I have it upside down, I'm like, is that even straight? No, it's not. I'm thinking I usually like to show it with the colors that they send, but I'm just questioning whether or not it's going to really show up. I know the papaya will, which is great, but I'm just not sure. I'm repositioning this because I could tell it was not straight once I put it on, once I turned it upside down, you guys. Sorry guys, I am out of practice. May not be as smooth as normal. So I'm out of practice and I'm kind of running on fumes here. It's hard when every day you get up for weeks and weeks and weeks and don't get a break. Okay. All right, it's hard for me anyway at my age. Okay. Smooth it back out. I don't want any bumps or bubbles. I'm just doing that. While I'm doing this, I'm trying to decide what colors I could substitute. I definitely can use the papaya. And I'm really thinking, instead of, do you guys mind if I try something different? Because I'm just thinking that it's not going to show up as well. And I'm thinking the papaya would be fun, but then instead of pesto, maybe we could pull in eucalyptus. And then we're getting a little bit kind of like, oh, it's a touch of summer, but getting towards fall. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe even, let's see, I don't know, I keep thinking of blue ribbons, you know? I'm trying to think, should we use like a bluish color? Maybe even ocean mist. How do we feel about that? Would that work, guys? What do you think? Let's do it. Let's do it. Then we're getting a little bit more light colors. I don't know if that blue is going to be dark enough. Let me see what other blues I have. Or if I have another shade of something. And you know, I'm sitting here thinking, how can I not use any shimmer? Gosh, I need a shimmer. Don't I need a shimmer, y'all? Maybe I could look at one of my blues that's in a shimmer. What do you think? I might need some shimmer, y'all. I'm a shimmer kind of person. I love my shimmers. I don't know, that's a little bit too... What about... Hang with me, guys. Hang with me. How about we use Shimmer Rose Gold? How about we do that instead of the blue? Then we're still getting the three kind of shades that they said would go great with the transfer, but we're doing it a little differently. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Shimmer Rose Gold, papaya, and that is eucalyptus. Okay? All right, let's get started. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. That is looking a little dry. It's been a while since I've used my chalk paste at all, let alone my eucalyptus apparently. So I just added a little bit of distilled water to it, and I'm going to stir it because I want it to be creamy and dreamy. Oh, you guys, I forgot to do one thing. I forgot to sprinkle that. I said I was going to sprinkle it, and then I forgot to sprinkle it. Let's see. Okay, there we go. go. There, that's nice. All right, and don't forget, if you have any questions about anything I'm doing, any of the products I'm using or techniques, feel free to ask. That's what I'm here for. All right, and we're gonna start from the bottom up because I'm gonna do some pasting and peeling. I haven't used this. This pile might be brand new. Is it brand new? No, it's not brand new. It's not brand new, but I am gonna stir it because I feel like I've only used it maybe once. You don't have to stir it every time you use your chalk paste, especially if you're using it frequently, but if it's been a while, you may want to do it just to make sure everything's nice and mixed well. And these little handy stir sticks come in very, well, these little stir sticks come in very handy. That's what I was trying to say. Very handy. They come in a big pack. They don't cost anything. You don't have to use those. You can use something else. Just don't use a wooden skewer to stir your paint. I would never suggest you do that because you could get pieces of wood in it, splinters in it. All right, now let's grab a couple squeegees. Woo. When you join your club for the first time, you also get a mini squeegee. And if you've been in the club for a year, you will get our squeegee of the year. You're going to get an anniversary gift every year on your anniversary of your club membership. If you're not a member of the club, I'd love to have you in there with me. And you will get a anniversary squeegee, and this is a size small. This is what we consider our small squeegees, and this year's color is Dream Car. So I love it. It's beautiful. So I'm just going to grab a couple different sizes because I'm not sure what I'm going to need and the different spaces that I'm working in. Okay, so I think we're going to do the award here in Shimmer Rose Gold. And then the words, I think all these words, I think I'll do all the words in the green and the eucalyptus, and we'll do the award, this, and these little banners up here in the Shimmer Rose Gold. Okay, that's what I think we're going to do. Let's go ahead and do the shimmer first. Shimmers take a little longer to dry than regular chalk paste. Regular chalk paste takes about 5 minutes or so. But the shimmer takes just a tiny bit longer because it's the shimmer. And the squeegee is just the tool we use to apply our chalk paste with. Any of our transfers can be used with etching cream, ink, or chalk paste. So I'm just going to do that part of it right now. I think I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to have to put on my reading glasses. I can tell you guys. Sorry. Just to be sure I'm doing it right. I'm in the right spot. So I'm just going to do this little line here. This is so simple, and I love the results, the way it looks. I'm just pulling off any extra chalk paste. Leave that on there. Go up a little bit and set that down. And then we're going to use, I think I'm going to use this one for my words. Should just glide on there like that. I love it. This is so simple, you guys. You can make it as simple or as complex as you want your projects to be. Today, I am just showing you a very basic project. Just trying to pull off any extra. And my fingers got a little chalk paste on them, as usual. Okay, let's peel and reveal. We're going to do just a little bit. Hi, Barry. Thanks for joining me. All right, we're going to peel it back, just the area that I just did, and that's called paste and peel, just so the chalk paste doesn't dry in my silk screen. Do you see how fabulous that looks already? Look at that, guys. Perfect. All right, now I did get a tiny bit of green on my, where my rose gold was. So I'm going to go back over and see if I can cancel that out. If not, nobody's going to know it. It's going to be fine. Now, once I have paste and peeled, I push it back down in the area that I have not done my chalking yet, just to make sure I have a good contact. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. Now we are going to do my, no, actually we're going to do the line across here, since that won't take long. Let's see, we'll go all the way up to the pumpkin. The top of the pumpkin, and then we'll do the pumpkin. And a little goes a long way. Okay. All right, and we're going to do the middle, the pumpkin and papaya. Isn't that pretty? Now you can choose the colors that come with the kit, or you can choose your own colors. If you've been a previous club member, you might have colors left over from a month before or one of your other months, or you can certainly order singles, you can order palette packs, you can order jars. And you guys, you will be seeing a post from me later today. I wanted to let you know that the color of the month nominee, which is a gorgeous metallic gold color. It's our first time doing a metallic, and it is our color of the month. It is only available while supplies last, and they have told us this morning in a meeting that they are almost sold out already. So it was super popular, and they tried to make sure they have enough, but it is a limited edition. So if you're interested in it, you may be wanting to grab a hold of that sooner than later. Okay, so I'm going to pull this back and we're going to see. Look at the detail, you guys. Isn't that awesome? I may go back over the stem with the green. I don't know. I don't know if I want to or not. I haven't decided. And I do see that my line over here could use a little more pressure, so I'm going to add a little bit more. If you find out you have a spot that you did not put enough chalk paste, just lay your transfer back down and apply a little bit more. And then I'm going to pull it back again. See, that filled it in better. There we go. I still have some up here that I'm going to add to. I will say that even though with that storm that came through last night, it's been super breezy. All right, we are going to do the rest of that in the shimmer rose gold, and then I was going to do that in the green. So maybe I'll go ahead and pull that up, release it. And then, I don't know, you guys, what do you think? I'm thinking I might want to go back over that. Maybe I won't go green. Maybe I'll pull one of my browns and do a little bit of brown on the stems there. What do you guys think? Green or brown? Hey, Teresa, thanks for joining me. What do you guys think? Green or brown on those, on the stem? Green or brown? I'm gonna pull that back. Release it. You guys see? Trying to get it off the edge of my squeegee. My paste travels up my squeegee for some reason when I chalk. It doesn't for a lot of people, but it does for me. I'm not sure what I do different. See? Fabulous. then I press this down. Down. We're going to do that in green. I hope you're having a great week. So this color is eucalyptus. This does not come with the kit this month, but you can grab that color yourself if you're interested. And you guys, a lot of times I suggest if you like to have a variety of colors and you don't want to buy the jars like I do, obviously I do a lot of projects, so I need jars. But if you like a variety of colors and you don't want to just stick with, you know, buying only jars, or you like to have, like I said, a variety, then I would suggest the palette packs, because they're usually coordinating colors. Like we have ones for Halloween, we have ones for every day, we have ones for fall, we have ones for Christmas, we have ones for boho, we have, you know, lots of different, and we actually have some that are on special right now at this particular time. I have a sale going on. But that is the way to go to get a variety of colors, I feel like, if you want to have an option. Okay, pull that back, and there we go. And I got some over here, because I had it on my finger. So I just did paste and peel, and I'm getting ready to show you guys, but I want to go back over the, I had it on my fingernail, so I got it on my surface. I want to go back over the top part of the pumpkin, so I've released the chalk paste to the surface, but I want to go back over the top part of the pumpkin real quick. I think I'm just going to use this green and see if I can give it a little bit more realistic look. Let's paste and peel. Here we go. We're going to do a peel and reveal. Are you ready? Here we go. Oh, my chalk dried on my stem. Look at that, guys. Isn't that cool? Now, if I want that chalk to pick up a little bit more thick on the stem, then I can wash my transfer and go back and redo that. I'm going to put it down here for just a second, show you guys what we have, and close up these lids so that the air doesn't get to it. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Teresa. I hope you start feeling better soon. I hope you have an antibiotic. All right, I like to close my chalk paste back up after I'm done using it so that they don't dry out. So that's what I'm doing. Okay. And then let me show you this. Now these board and bases, they have a way where it's angled or straight. So you want to make sure you put your base in there the way that'll make it so that it'll angle forward or backwards, basically. If you don't have it in there right, you won't be able to see like that particular side. But as you can see, that looks fantastic. And I have a whole nother side that I can do a Halloween project on if I want, and just flip it around when that time comes. But look how cool that looks with those colors. Do you guys like that? Do you like those colors? I think those colors are great. That's more along my speed, probably, of colors. Hit that heart button if you guys like that. Let me know what you think. But look how fabulous it looks. Look at all the details in there. Now, you could even do more in your pumpkin if you wanted to. And I will show that technique later on in the month, where you can actually make it look even more realistic than what it looks here. Thank you for the hearts. I'm going to set this over to the side a little bit where you guys can see it. And I am going to show you what we're going to do next. First of all, I am going to pull up my, I am going to take my transfer, and I am going to show you guys how we wash it quickly. I am going to spray some water on this, the pumpkin, because I'm going to need to reuse the pumpkin area only for my little chocolate shape that you get with it. So I'm just going to spray the pumpkin area. I spray it all, but I'm just going to do the pumpkin area right now because that's the area that I'm going to clean. I did not bring a, I didn't bring my board eraser. I didn't leave it out here. I did have it out here and then I moved it. My stuff is everywhere. Everything is behind the scenes is a mess right now because of the moving. We just moved out my daughter's stuff on Thursday, and then we left, and on, you know, no, what did we loaded it? Oh my gosh, God, I can't even remember now. I think we loaded it Thursday and we drove Friday. I don't know. Whatever we did, we did. And I have not gone back in and cleaned up from behind. You know how that is after you move stuff, it's a wreck. So everything is kind of a disaster. But I am also going to take a cleaning wipe, only a cleaning wipe. Doesn't matter, it doesn't matter what brand, but it needs to be a cleaning wipe. And I am going to do a quick clean on the transfer just to get the pumpkin area nice and clean. I will still take this to my sink and clean it after I'm done with my project. But I definitely want my pumpkin area clean so that I can reuse that. So I'm just using a cleaning wipe to take off the excess chalk, and I'm going to flip it over, and then we're going to clean the backside with a cleaning wipe. And actually I'm going to add a little water because I feel like these wipes don't feel that wet. And I am going to, it's going to make it sticky again, but it's also going to take all the chalk paste out of the silk screen area for me. That's what I'm concerned about. I want to be able to get a good image on my little chocolate pumpkin. So once I've done this, I've cleaned it. I'm going to set it over here to dry while I am preparing my pumpkin. But as you can see, as long as your silk screen area is clean, you can reuse it, no problem. So I'm just going to set that there and let that dry. And we are going to paint. Hi Sherry, thanks for joining me. We are going to paint my little chockable pumpkin with our brand new color that just came out with this catalog that I got yesterday called Hey Pumpkin. So we're going to use that color. I want to show you how you can get just a little bit different look. And since you get this amazing, do I have that right? I do have it right, don't I? Yeah. Since you get this amazing little chockable shape, I figured it would be fun to do it with. Now I need to make sure I have it turned the right direction because there is a right and wrong direction, and that's the side I want to paint because that's where we're going to do our project. So let me grab a little board to stick under this while we're painting, and I'm actually going to use my chalk paste to paint with it. So there's a couple different ways you can use this. Now obviously you can use it without chalking the pumpkin that and just doing it on here and then putting that on it, either on this board or on a magnetic chalkboard. I like to show you guys on our magnetic chalkboards because you can put a magnet on the back of it. This one's magnetic this was last month's transfer, but it's magnetic. You could put a magnet on the back of the shape and then attach it to your design, which is super fun as well. Or you can glue it on. That's what chalk paste looks like when you get it in a jar, brand new. They seal it really well so you don't have any problems. I'm going to go ahead and pull this off. And I always make a mess when I do it. But I don't want to waste any of that. Look at that color, you guys. Do you see how vibrant that color is? I don't have another color, anything like that. I'm going to leave that right there because we're going to use that to paint. Now, what I am going to do is take one of my paintbrushes. Do I have one here? I'm good. I say that and then I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't grab a paintbrush. And I think, let me see, I think I have one. I do, I have one. I am going to use the chalk paste. I'm just going to hold this and take it off of here. I am going to paint directly with the chalk paste the way it is, the consistency that it is. I'm not going to water it down. I'm not trying to do a watercolor look. I'm going to go ahead and take it full strength, basically. Trash, guys. And I am going to paint my little pumpkin here. You don't have to do this. You could just use the transfer on top of it like I did that and give it, you could use this pumpkin color and give it, the details would be in this color, as you can see, as it would show up on there. But I am going to paint it with chalk paste. So basically I just made my own chalk paint with this color. I don't typically do this a lot because I don't like to waste my paint or my chalk paste, but I really wanted to try it out with this color and show you guys how it looks. So I'm going to paint the whole thing. And the cool thing about using chalk paste to paint is it dries super quick. And it should only need one coat because I'm just trying to get the background color to be. We're going to put the details on with another color, but I just want to get the background color, this lovely pumpkin shade. And I should have put some tape down so that I could hold it in place. That's the challenging part, y'all. I usually put tape down, hold it in place. See it moving all around? Keep still. Oh goodness. I don't want brush strokes. That's the hard part when it moves around. Okay. So that color is called Pumpkin. Hey Pumpkin. It's brand new. I love it. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, we're just gonna dry it real quick. I'm trying to get my fingers a little cleaner. We're gonna dry it real quick with my air dryer because it's just chalk paste, so it dries super quick, just like chalk paint would. Oh, I lost my iPad, went to sleep. Figured I was done, I guess. What do you guys think of this color? Tell me in comments, what color pumpkins do you like? Do you like the ghost pumpkins that are like the grayish color, the green ones that are more like a gourd? Do you like typical orange like this? Do you like them more like a really deep orange? Tell me in comments what color pumpkins you like to decorate with. We usually have a little bit of a variety at my house. This will be the first year I won't have kids. Well, I guess my one son maybe. Hopefully he'll still be with us. If we haven't moved, we'll go get a pumpkin with him. But this will be the first year I won't have pumpkins for all the different kids based on whatever their taste is. All right, that's already dry, but then I scratched it with my nail, so I'm gonna go back over. It looked like there was like a brush, piece of my brush in there, so I was. All right, we're gonna dry this and then we're gonna apply some surface wax. Because when you put a transfer on top of paint or chalk paste, you wanna make sure that you wax it first so that the transfer doesn't try to pull up any of your paint or paste. It's dry. Okay, guys. So again, I'm going to apply a little bit of wax, and I'm going to use the paper towel this time because if for some reason it's not completely dry, I don't want to pick it up on my little applicator. But this kind of seals in the chalk paste. Now I'd still be able to clean this off and reuse it if I want to, even though I'm doing this. It's just protecting my transfer at this point. But I could still reuse this in a different color if I wanted to. Just apply it and then I'm going to buff it in. Okay. So now that is all ready to go. And I do have a little bit of discoloration. But you know what? Pumpkins are not completely one color anyway, right? So, all right, guys. Now this is the color Meadow. I could have used Pesto. Maybe I'll pull out Pesto for you guys to show you since I didn't use it on the project. This is the color that would actually come with your kit this month. So this is an old singles packet that I've had, and I have saved the rest. I used some and then saved it. I do have tips and tricks in my VIP group. If you'd like to join that, type VIP in comments. If you're not a designer, I can add you and I will show you. In there, there are tips and tricks as to how to keep the rest of your chalk paste from drying out if you haven't used it all in one of your packets like this. So I'm just going to cut off the corner again. And I like to cut at the bottom a lot of times so that I can still see what color it is. And I am just gonna, I will not need a lot, you guys. So I am just gonna try to squeeze out. You notice I kind of kneaded it before I opened it up again. You would do that with your paste packets, even if they were brand new. And then I am just gonna try to squeeze out the tiniest bit because I can't get it back in here once I'm done, it's gone. So you can always add more to your tray, but you can't put it back in the packet. So I'm just gonna try to squeeze some out. I can find out if I've got any. Keep feeling like I have some and then I think it's air. So I'm just gonna squeeze. Where are you? I'm not getting it down there. I did cut it, didn't I? Enough. There we go. And honestly, that should be enough. So we're just gonna go with that. You see how much? I usually do about the size of a dime. You can always add more, like I said. You can't take it away. Put it back in, but you can. And we'll just use a mini squeegee. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my transfer again. And it's already dry. I am going to just fuzz it once. It does feel dry. And I've already waxed this, so it shouldn't be a problem. You know what I'm gonna do, you guys? I'm gonna stick this under it so that I don't pick up any other like pieces of, doesn't matter, I'm gonna wash it all afterwards anyway, but I'm gonna put it on there just to make it so my transfer doesn't try to grab everything under the sun. Let's see what we're doing. Okay, so now with your little shape, our transfers are very translucent now, so you can see through it really well. So you should be able to position your transfer over top of your little chalkable shape with no problem. Oops. And then once you get it on there, wait a minute, I say that and then it's like, yeah, it's no problem. Oh, my transfer wants to grab. I think it's probably easier to line it up from the bottom than the top because you've got more area. And you'll have a little tiny bit of an edge around it, so it won't go all the way to the edge. And then you just smooth it out. So now the area that you see the orange through, that's what's going to be the green color, the pesto that I just chose. Just going to just give me a little hint of green on top. I might need some more. We'll see. Yep. Now your packets will be brand new when you get them, so it comes out and glides really, really well. If you've had it for a little longer like I have with this one, it may feel a little drier, and if it does, you can add more, you can add water to it. I'm having to use more because it is drier, I can tell. It's not flowing on there exactly the way it should. But this is doing all the accents, you guys. I normally would not use this much chalk paste if it was a brand new packet. I did order the moss as well, so hopefully that's going to come in a couple weeks, and that would look great on here too. All right. So here we go. Let's see. Perfect. Let's see if I can hold on to it. Perfect little accents. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Look at that, guys. Isn't that fabulous? Look at the details. So that's what it would look like if you decided to paint your shape first. It would give you that fun background color, and then you can use another color on top for, and you could do this with your papaya and your pesto, or you could even, if you really wanted it to be crazy, you could do the currant jam. So you do what you want to do. All right, so I am going to put this over here. I'm going to spray this so I can wash it in my sink. I will wash it in my sink after I get done with the live. And I'm just going to dry this real quick, and then I'm going to show you what else you could do. I should have pulled that over here. So with the chalkable shapes, it just adds another little dimension. And guys, you could even do more with these. So this one is reusable, but you may not want to ever change it out. You might not want to change it out this year. Maybe next year you do. I do a lot of blues and orange in my fall decor, so I might want to change that out to be blue. But I was trying to show you how it could look like a little bit lighter look, maybe kind of going into fall, and then when you're full on fall, then you're looking at this, where it's more orange and more of the warm tones. This is a little bit of cooler look right here. But you can also take the shape and you can trace it on foam, and you could make multiple of these. You could do this, you could make this as a magnet, you could make it as a garland. There's lots of things that you could do with this. You could even trace the shape and do it on either cardstock, trace it on cardstock, or chalk suede paper and do it on a card, put it on a card or in a scrapbook page as an embellishment. So there's lots of fun things that you can do with the different shapes that you're going to be getting, and reuse them, for other projects as well. And this pumpkin could be used with other projects. It goes great with this, but if you have any other fall themed projects and you want to add this to it, this would work with it as well. Let me show you one other thing you can do with it. All of our chalkable shapes will also work in any of our little board and bases. So for example, maybe you wanted to do a couple of these, and you could say, oh, I have a pumpkin patch. I want to have a little pumpkin patch. Maybe you have one that says pumpkin. One of the other ones just says, hey, pumpkin, and you wanted to do your little guy next to it, right? Or you could take some, I got chalk paste on the back of that. I'm going to show you something that you can try that is something new I've discovered from a friend last month. It's called Tack It. So instead of using like hot glue or even like craft glue, this, you can actually, it gives you instructions on the back where you can take it, put it on something, let it dry, and then use it almost like a repositionable adhesive. So you could try that as well and put some of that on the back, and then stick it right over top of your design if you feel like you want to change it out. So there you go. Anyway, that's my project for today. I hope you guys like this. Thank you for letting me come in and do some craft therapy with you. I needed it. I hope that some of these ideas either inspired you or they just entertained you. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me. That's what I'm here for. I love to encourage people to become creative. And if there's anything I can do for you, I'm here for you. Anyway, I'm going to get going. Some guys are going to want some dinner soon, and I still have chores to get done today. But I hope that you have a great rest of your Tuesday. I hope that until I see you next time, you'll be safe, you'll be healthy, and be blessed. All right, guys. Bye. Thanks so much.